Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 14th day of March 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at the spot prices. Well, gold is down $25.78 to 1973.41. Silver's down 54 cents to 25.58. Platinum down 38.81 to 1070.24, and palladium down $279.80 to 25.95. Look at the in-stock silver. You're looking at 623 pieces. Now, my next stop today is here. Bam. And that's the U.S. Mint Coin Classroom. Coin Classroom. This is a fun fact for y'all and myself. It says here, coins last a lot longer than bills. The life expectancy of a circulating coin is 30 years, while paper money usually only lasts for about 18 months. Now you see why using the golden dollar instead of dollar bills makes a lot of sense. And I had to back that information up because I had heard that bills, they don't really, they last a little bit longer than that. So I went over here to the FRB and I put, how long is the lifespan of U.S. paper money? It says here, when currency is deposited with a Federal Reserve Bank, the quality of each note is evaluated by sophisticated processing equipment. Notes that meet our strict quality criteria, that is, that are still in good condition, continue to circulate, while those that do not are taken out of the circulation and destroyed. This process determines the lifespan of a Federal Reserve note. Now here, this is the kicker right here. The lifespan of Federal Reserve notes varies by denomination. Okay, that's a big deal. And depends on a number of factors, including how the denomination is used by the public, right? I don't even want to get into that one. For example, larger denominations such as $100 notes are often used as a store of value, right? Larger notes store value, not used as much, which means they pass between users less frequently than lower denominations such as $5 notes. So maybe the $5 note is heavily utilized more than any of the other ones, right? So least utilized, most utilized, which are often used for more often used for transaction. And it gives a little table here of estimated lifespans as of December 8, 2018, because the $2 note does not widely circulate. We do not publish its estimated lifespan. So the $1 note is 6.6 years, the $5 note is 4.7, and the $10 is 5.3, 7.8 for the 20, and so on and so forth. Those really don't matter too much. However, I think the ones that really matter right now are these, the three, the 5.3, this 4.7, and a 6.6, right? So why does that matter? Well, because the last time a series was printed was started back in 2017. And if they started back in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 up until the last administration stopped, right? You have those bills in the pipeline for each year, correct? Well, each year passes, well, from 2017 till now, that's a few years, right? So some of these bills, these $5 bills that were minted or printed rather in 2017 and 2018 are now old and being taken out of circulation. And I want to thank Tiny Numismatics. Big shout out to you. He gave me this heads up because, let's face it, he told me that his spouse Lala was having a problem in Cincinnati, acquiring $5 bills. There was a $5 bill shortage there, and I couldn't find anything about a currency shortage anywhere on the Google machine. You could put all kinds of terms like Cincinnati and shortage. Demand for nurses, critical appeal for blood donors. Fire swears in new recruits amid critical staffing shortage. Where's my mail? Where's my car? Demand for nurses, rental assistance, pushback city councils, drop plan to ban soda, Pillsbury biscuit shortage. What? I don't even know about that. Dang. You can also look up here, paper dollar shortage. Dollar crisis poses what? So there's nothing really at all here in the United States. No information. It's basically a wasteland of information. Currency shortage, tacos. Yeah. So here you go. So Tiny told me that a bit of information, and was talking to Gen X Collectible, and he said he hadn't seen any new bills in a while. I was hanging out with my kids yesterday, and we had to go out and do some errands, and it was one of the first times in a while. And at the end of the day, when all was said and done, we wanted tacos, and my son was like, "Yeah, I got it. I'll pay for it." With my no ruse money. If you're not familiar what no ruse is, It's here, money for children. While many mainstream Americans in the Bay Area have seen red envelopes around the Lunar New Year, fewer know it's also Nowruz custom to give children money, but the Nowruz money doesn't have to be put in a red envelope. It just has to be a new bill, and that's from March 18, 2011 by Patch.com. So, like I said, let's get back to the tacos. When they went to the taco truck, and when my son paid with fresh $1 bills, the lady flipped her you know what. She couldn't believe what she was holding, these brand new bills, like she had never seen them before in her entire life. Okay, so I mean, that gives me pause when my kids told me that. It gives me pause when Tiny Numismatics tells me that his wife is having a hard time in Cincinnati getting bills, right? And then, just look around. How hard or how easy is it to get a hold of crispy, fresh $1 and $5 bills, right? Well, let's go here to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the U.S. Department of the Treasury, and it doesn't really give any good information about when the next bills are due out. And have you seen any new bills with the new Treasury Secretary's name on it, Janet Yellen? No, I think they're all mostly Steve Mnuchin in the 2017 series. And I've looked here on eBay. If it does load, I put here 2017 dollar pack. Found a bunch of those. Chicago Federal Reserve note full stack, 100 bills, 149.96. It looks like out of $1,000 pack. $2 bills here. We have some ones, 139, 784 sold. Not sure how many more they've got available. Look, more ones. And so on. Look at there's some $5, $105 bills, new money, $750. That's incredible, isn't it? So just from the United States Federal Reserve Board of Governors information about notes, we can clearly see that there is a lifespan to them. And are we getting into that lifespan of these particular notes? Absolutely. Because if the $5 one is the first one that's being noticed as missing in action, yeah, that makes sense because it's a lifespan of 4.78 years. And let's face it, this is the estimated lifespan, right? And that means, there's some that live longer and some that live shorter. Just depends on how they are utilized. Folks, we are in new territory again. I remember reporting back when we were having a coin shortage. I was one of the first ones probably that day to report on that coin shortage because I had noticed that because, I love doing coin roll hunts. And that's how this all started. This channel was like, coin roll hunting and reporting on U.S. Mint news. But I also, the news aspect started with the coin shortage. That was incredible. Now let's go over here past eBay and let's go here to the United States Mint. And I wanted to show you something. If you do collect uncut currency, premium currency, or anything of like that nature, you'll know, and we've talked about it before, that the lucky money has been postponed for the last couple of years. So they're not making any new currency, it looks like. The $1.25 note sheet's been sold out for a few years, a couple years at least. This has been on Remind Me status since ever, sold out. Look, it's just the evidence is all here, folks. The money is leaving our hands, and it's going back into, it's getting destroyed. And where does that leave us? Does that mean we're going to have a FEDCOIN sooner than later? And if so, what does that mean for the beautiful currency from 2017? What that didn't get mangled, tattered, and torn and destroyed, right? What does that mean for the 2017 series? Are those going to be one of the highly most sought after banknotes since, ever because of the pandemic? I mean, let's face it, we do have some coins that are in short supply because of the pandemic, but what did that do to the currency? Yeah, so there it is, folks. I believe we are in a currency shortage, and I think that the United States Bureau of Engraving and Printing may or may not. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe there'll be a collector item. Maybe they'll print more money next year, or I don't know. I know that we're in a paper shortage. I know a lot of other factors are going on, like a perfect storm. So what happens? Who knows? So I want to thank you all for hanging out this long. This is the next stop today, and this is The Fool, and the title of the article. It's a Motley Fool service by Dana George. Never trust anybody with two first names, right? I don't even know what that means. 6 expenses on the rise in 2022 and how you can save money and how we can save money, right? I'm going to close this because it kind of Gets rid of the article here. It says key points due to the pandemic, inflation has reached 7.5%. Yeah, maybe. And I think there's a lot of other factors. I think that's too simple, but I think that didn't help at all. Now, here we go. Shelter. It's no secret home prices have hit new highs, forcing some people out of the housing market. Typically, as mortgage rates creep up, one would expect housing prices to come down, but that's not the case, and that's primarily due to a lack of inventory. Now, what you can do is buying a fixer house, right? That fewer people are interested. And honestly, I don't know if those are even available right now, because people do see those as opportunity just as anybody. A rehab loan like a 203K provides enough to pay for the house and upgrades, or you can wait until more homes are built, inventory grows, and prices begin to resemble something closer to normal, which we have no idea, right? Nobody's a soothsayer, like they say in Shakespeare. Number two is food. You can wait to buy a house, but you can't wait to buy food. Staples like eggs and milk are becoming more expensive. Junk food like Coke, Pepsi, Ritz, and candies will also be more costlier this year. And what you can do is limiting your junk food intake until prices stabilize. Rather than buy prepackaged food, purchase the raw ingredients to make your favorites. And that's right. There's TV shows on that have you elevating your home cooking to make it like fast food cooking. There are so many free, simple recipes online. It's hard to go wrong, even if you're not a world-class cook. And, there's Sam the Cooking Guy. He's awesome. So check him out as well if you don't know what's going on in the kitchen. He is a really, really helpful individual. If you've never been a coupon clipper, now would be a great time to begin. If nothing else, clipping coupons reminds you to look at weekly circulators and sales. Build your shopping list around what's on sale. Gasoline, yeah. What you can do, you may not be able to control the cost of gasoline, but you can reduce the amount of driving you do. For example, while carpooling has never been especially popular in the United States, now be the time to find somebody who wants to share a ride with you to work. That's not so bad. And public transportation, I don't know, maybe if it was a little bit more efficient, and if it is efficient in your area, congratulations. I think that's outstanding. I love public transportation. Now, let's see, clothes. What you can do before buying anything new, sell your old stuff through a consignment shop, or maybe have a garage sale, who knows. And instead of buying 15 new pieces of clothing, choose 5 or 6 well-made pieces that coordinate with each other so you can mix and match like your animals, right? Remember that? Vehicles, what you can do if you have a car, it can make it last a little longer, right? You might be you might be money ahead. You might be money ahead by investing in what you already in driving, at least until the price of new cars becomes more competitive. And we don't really know what's going on there, right? Now, that's one I thought was really cool that everybody could probably take advantage of. It says heating costs, what you can do. Take advantage of the sun's heat by opening curtains or shades on sunny days. You'll want to close off unused rooms. There's no use in heating space you won't be spending time in. Turn the temperature down a bit more than you're accustomed to, turning it down. Don't get so cold that you're uncomfortable, obviously, or unsafe, but go for a temperature that you can handle while preserving energy. If you work away from home, make sure the thermostat is turned down to 63 or cooler when you're away. And now, if you enjoy baking, bake away. The heat of the oven will keep your kitchen warm for hours. And it also says here, and I think this is a good idea for older homes, get an energy audit and learn which areas of your house are losing the most heat. Check with your local gas company to learn if they do conduct a free or low-cost audit. If not, find out if they recommend anyone for the job. According to Home Advisor, the average energy audit averages around $400. If the auditor finds ways to help you save on energy costs, it could be money well spent, right? That mitigates the cost of losing all that energy. So that's it, folks. I want to thank you all for watching today. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.